action against TV licensing.
I can do so.
Yep. No problem.
You're not being harassing me, so
I'm not harassing
the people are telling me that.
I just refuse people taking my pictures. That's all.
That's right.
Well, we're having people come in our house without having a television.
I took your picture. You'd have something to say about it.
The abuse we've received from some people is just unbelievable.
We don't have a television, and yet we get this all the time. I'll read you the letters that have come this morning.
Fine.
Are you actually video recording?
Yes.
We've had endless letters saying, you know, we're breaking the law, the only way to do anything about it is to have a television license. We don't have a television. We haven't had a television for years.
The manager that came?
I don't. Another day he came though.
What name is it, please?
What, his name?
No.
My name's Horn. But he came from Nottingham, and I know the exact date because it was my daughter's
November.
Yeah.
No.
Robin, tell me the date of Ellie's party.
What did you
Look
say
on the
when
calendar.
he came out?
He came out because I'd made a formal complaint about the last person that came, because he arrived very late at night.
How many letters after that?
Oh, endless letters. I've rung up the BBC and spoken to the managers at the BBC and said that people acting on their behalf are coming around. But I'm getting letters that, I'll show you this white harassment.
Can I just ask, are we harassing you at the moment?
We've had enough.
But are we harassing you?
The
reason you're knocking on the door.
Let me explain. The reason it's harassment is the letters say things on them like notification of impending action, and therefore our postman, who we know, sees them come through the door over and over and over again. This one's only arrived this morning. Official warning, and it says on it, the only way to avoid prosecution is to purchase a valid TV license before an enforcement officer's visit, because the alternative would be not have a television, and then you don't need one. And I've telephoned over and over again, and when I telephone, I get an answering machine that says, if you want to buy a television license, press 1. I don't want to buy a bloody television license. I want to tell people I don't have one because I don't have a television.
The problem is that when you tell somebody, obviously...
No, I've written endless letters and I've copied them all, and when it gets to court, which it will do because now this has gone too far, then, because in my last letter I said, I've withdrawn my consent for you to come onto my premises in order to knock on the door, and I wrote that. Yeah. I made it perfectly clear. There's a right of implied consent, and if I withdraw my right of implied consent, you're not allowed to come onto my property in order to get to the door, provided you've had that officially sent to you. And you've had it officially sent, and I've sent endless letters. I've rung up, and we even had the manager come round. And as soon as the manager had been round, not 2 weeks afterwards, we get letters that stops having my name on them and start saying the legal occupier, from which I deduce that somebody's taken my name off it, having been and looked around the premises.
You don't know manager's name, do you?
I don't know his name, because I thought that was the end of it. I thought him having been round, he came round and he said, well, what it is somebody, we've probably seen the computer in the upstairs window, and somebody's thought that was a television, so I said, well, in that case, come and look. So he let him go upstairs in my daughter's bedroom and look, and there's a computer in the upstairs bedroom, and he said, no, it's a computer, now would you like to look anywhere else? And he looked in all the rooms downstairs, and he said he was perfectly happy, and he went back away. And he said he was a manager, and the reason he'd come, this was unannounced, it wasn't that he'd come for an appointment when I could have put things away, he came unannounced, was that I'd complained about the first person that had been, who arrived late at night and banged on the door.
Can you remember what date it was last call?
What, this manager?
Yeah. It was the 16th of November 2007.
And they say after that happened, we stopped getting them with my name on and started getting them with the legal occupier. So I think your database or whatever has decided that they've been and looked and that we don't have a television, and then started putting them for the legal occupier.
Yeah. It does say on here, present occupier.
We've got an old name, obviously, Mr. K.
Yeah, well, this one will say the legal occupier.
Yeah.
But if you're a manager come round after this is now the third time.
I don't know which. When the person that you complained about, was he from enforcement or was he?
I couldn't say because he got sent away. Because he came, we were all in bed, and he came and banged on the door, and I said, I know it is, but go away. And he said it was television license. I said, okay, it is, go away, we're all in bed. And so he was shouting through the letterbox at me saying if I didn't let him in, he would fetch the police. And I said, feel free, fetch the police. And then when and it got more and more abusive than that, and I didn't have a chance to record it, which is why we're recording it now. And then, because of that, I rang up and I rang everybody I could get hold of, including managers at the BBC, and complained about the way people were behaving on their part. And then so this manager came round and announced a couple of weeks after that.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, we can only report our findings to TV Licensing.
If you have a detective van, it's quite simple. I mean, in the unlikely event any of them exist, is that you can come down here, detect a television, and then do something about it. But you haven't got a detective van, because if you had, you'd be able to detect that we haven't got a television.
Well, I mean, we haven't been abusive towards you.
No, you personally haven't. You're quite right.
You know,
You're quite right. It's the culmination of the vast numbers of things that we get through, not you personally.
Appreciate what you're saying. I mean, unfortunately, we do have certain powers to make sure that this doesn't come back out visiting.
Well, find out who the first person is that came and looked round first.
The computer wouldn't tell us that, unfortunately.
Well, you know, it's a bit much, isn't it? If you get three visits,
I mean,
and the last visit I let him in to look round the house.
Yeah,
So you come from Nottingham?
That's my recollection, is that on his ID card it said like Enforcement Nottingham or something like that on it.
What are your names, please?
I'm not at liberty to give you those. Not while you're recording me now.
Can you give me the name, please?
No, not while you're recording me now. I've shown your husband my ID card and so on.
Well, show that again.
Right, we'll write it down then.
Alright, no problem.
Can we have the ID cards, please? Can we have the ID cards, please?
Oh, that'll do.